And welcome back. We are talking immigration with Dennis Michael Lynch, who has made the documentary film, They Come to America Too, The Cost of Amnesty. Now, just as we have done in the past when covering the story, Dennis traveled to one of the most difficult parts of the border, and that one is the Rio Grande River in Texas.
So, Johnny, guys just wait in these empty spaces here and then they cross over?
Slightly, yes. You want to get across the river into the U.S., I mean, you got a 99% chance of getting across the river and making it. It bothers me, the lack of enforcement, but, you know, you want to get elected, you leave it alone. You don't want to get elected, you address it.
Are we being watched right now by pretty dangerous people?
Yes, we are.
Janet Napolitano is in charge of determining whether the borders are safe or not. So the president has basically said, hey, listen, I'm going to let Janet determine whether or not the borders are secure. That's how we're going to know. Janet Napolitano just said the other day, the border is a safe border, the border is secure. 10 being safe, 1 being open. How would you rate the border right now as of 2013?
5 or 6.
Do you think pretty bad people are crossing over the Rio into the U.S.?
Oh, absolutely.
How often?
Every day. You know, I hear of the raids and the roundup, you know, from the stash houses and stuff. And, you know, there's no doubt if terrorists want to come to the U.S., they're going to come through the southern border. That's the very easiest place to get in and cross. There's, you know, they've caught some. Right. They got like 6 or 8 Chinese right on my dock.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
Johnny, these guys in the cars, are they scouts for the cartels?
Yes, the scouts.
There's one after the next. It doesn't stop.
Well, they're out here almost 24/7. This section right here is probably about a 40-mile stretch of river.
All right, you know, what really stuck out, 99% success rate of getting across the river into America. I was down there, and I saw it myself. It's very close.
Dangerous people every single day coming through. There's 2 border boats that travel those 40 miles. They stick together, and the thing runs like a snake. I mean, it's not hard to get across. But we're catching 100 miles into Texas, 60 people at a clip, you'll see it in the film, in the dark of night. And, you know, you don't see this on television, Sean.
Yeah, I've been out with these guys. I've seen it up close. It's frightening when you see how easy it is and how rampant it is.
And here's the deal. This is a different sort of policing. I mean, in New York, we got 2 cops in a car, you got 1 bad guy. Down there, you got 1 guy in a car and 30, 40 bad guys. Even if he could get half of them, the other half are going in.
An interesting point there. You don't want to get elected? Address it. So basically, ignore it, you get elected.
Let me say this about this topic. When I made this film, you asked me before how I got into it. I remember calling my wife and saying, we have an Oscar film. You're not believing the things I see. Hollywood's closed me out. Every film festival in the country denies me access. I can't rent theaters. If I do rent a theater, people call up and say, if you show this guy's film again, I'm never coming again.
What do you mean you can't rent a theater? Everybody can rent a theater.
Sean, either they don't like the message that I put an American face on these films, or they don't want the protesters who come out in the front, and that I understand. So, Sean, I was on Fox and Friends about a year ago. I had to take the DVD, and I'm holding the DVD up. I said, I had DVD. If you buy 1, I'll send you 5. Spread it out to the American people. I'm here 1 year later because of them. They want this out. They want this film and the one before it out because it tells the truth about what's going on.
I think every member of Congress, now the House of Representatives, because the Senate's over, Congress needs to see this.
when congressmen, I'm not kidding, when American people take that DVD and they go and give it to their congressmen, the ones that they've given it to, Stephen King, called me up. I need you to testify before Congress, which I'm going to be doing soon. Another guy from a representative from Ohio has me go and testify on why it's bad to give illegal immigrants licenses. When they see this, remember, the congressmen don't get to go down to the border. You know what I mean? So they see this. They're seeing the real thing.
Everything that I see in this movie, I saw up close myself, having been down there 6, 8 times. I've seen it all, and you put it all together. You did a great job.